Time for our deep dive at number 5. It is McDonald's. In the last hour, CEO Steve Easterbrook detailing how he plans to turn around the stalling fast food giant. Earlier this morning, he posted this video message.
We can no longer afford to carry legacy structures, legacy commitments, or legacy attitudes. That is why I'm changing the structure. Our new structure will be simpler and more concentrated around the reality of where our operating income comes from.
Well, at least that's the first time we've really heard from him as the CEO of McDonald's. I want to get more details now with Susan Berfield, who covers McDonald's for us here at Bloomberg. And Susan, as we were talking about with Craig Giammona just in the last hour, so a couple of changes here, right? Refranchising changes, but also four new segments here: U.S., international lead markets, high growth markets, and foundational.
Everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. Like foundational is like the rest of the 100.
Yeah. Rest of the world.
So is this right? Exactly. Is this transformational?
Not yet, huh? I mean, these changes seem important if you work in McDonald's headquarters, but not so important if you're a customer. At least not yet. How are we going to know? And how much of a difference is it going to make, and how quickly can they really change anything by just reorganizing?
Right, just by reorganizing. I mean, I get it. They want to look at the world a little bit differently.
Sure.
But what was surprising to you that they haven't mentioned yet?
You know, I think I wanted to hear a big strategy for what they're going to do about their food, right? That's their product. Now, Steve Easterbrook has made a lot of announcements since he started in March. You know, taking antibiotics out of the chicken, trying an artisanal chicken, a sirloin burger,
right?
You know, taking a few things off the menu. But what's their overall view? You know, he's called McDonald's, or wants McDonald's to be called, a modern progressive burger company.
Right. He wants a better burger. So where's the beef?
Yeah, so exactly. So let's see what that really means. We don't know what that means.
So we were just showing the stock price. In the pre-market, it's down about 1%. So investors are they're not selling the stock down tremendously, right, but they're not exactly, it seems, all that impressed right now with what they hear, with what they're hearing.
You know, I think when you make a big deal about, you know, May 4th, we're going to unveil how we're going to transform the company, I think people want to hear.
They want to hear big things.
We want to see, you know, or we want to know what to look for.
Well, at 11 a.m., they're going to hold this Q&A with press.
Right.
And they'll answer questions. So the biggest, I mean, outside of food, what's the biggest question on your mind, Susan?
Well, I think, you know, an important question that they haven't really touched on is just, you know, how they want to change the perception of the company. Now, certainly kind of changing the food might help, but people still have to be persuaded, you know, that the changes are real, that they are offering something other than a kind of industrialized burger. Like, what is a modern progressive
burger
hamburger?
Yeah.
You know, when you have 14,000 restaurants in the U.S.
Incredible. Right, exactly. How do you change that image?
I see a big kind of disconnect, and I haven't seen anybody from the company talk about how they're going to bridge that.